We're ready. Hey, hello everyone. It's Rita. I think I'm on. Am I on? Yeah, there's my friends. How are you? Um, let's see. I'm gonna. It's Tuesday. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Tonda. It's Tuesday. It's time for Cricket Chat. Hi, Loretta. Hi, Connie. Who's that? Robin and Barb. Babs. I call her Babs. And Linda. Hi everyone. How are you? Let's see. Today is Tuesday. It's kind of rainy and sort of dreary, but that's okay. We'll bring the sunshine. We'll bring the sunshine to the day. I was just thinking about sunshine because tomorrow's card is going to have sunshine in it. But today's Tuesday, and we're in the heat of the moment with Valentine's Day, and I wanted to do this really fun llama card. It's basically a rework of a llama card that was created by Rob and Bob. And what I wanted to do with that is I wanted to show you sometimes, a card is great just the way it is, but I always seem to find ways to sort of change it. And I wanted to change this one up. The reason why I wanted to change it was that the original card, which I'm going to show you where to find, the original card was more or less kind of like a tent card. So it didn't have a front to the card. And then the writing space was really small. So I wanted to create something that was more of a card and that would hold up, like a card. So that's what we are doing today. I'm going to show you how to make that change. Hi, Kirsten. Hi, Amy. And so we're getting more and more people on. So let's go ahead and you guys can see me, right? You can hear me all okay, right? Hi, Deb. Hi, Kirsten. Yeah. Yes, Leslie. And just looking at the pardon me, I'm just looking at the chat for a second. Usually once I get into a project, I don't check the chat, and which was what happened to me on Friday. I was so into that project, which, by the way, did you notice that Miss Mandy, the person that gave us that box card, that Valentine box card. I call it a box card. She called it like an art scene. But anyway, Miss Mandy came onto our YouTube channel, and she watched it and said we did a great job. So I'm pretty happy about that. It's always nice when the designers come and see what we're doing because I get my inspiration from things. I realize that. Like, I can't just kind of sit down and just go, I want to make a card about a llama. Like, it just doesn't work for me that way. So what I end up doing is kind of, I see something, I take a picture, I go on Pinterest, I'll take a picture and sort of come up with an idea that's mine, but it was inspired by something else. So this card, I suppose, is an inspiration from Rob and Bob. Hi, Rita. Who is that? Somebody sent me all kinds of hearts. It's been a long time. I've missed your lives. Oh, who is that? Renee. Hi, Renee. Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. I know it's hard to make the lives every single day, and it is difficult, but that's why we get the replay too. But thank you so much. I really appreciate the feedback. Okay, before we get started, I still have this little cough from when I got COVID. Ick. But before we get started, I wanted to tell you about 2 giveaways that are going on right now. I put together the Cutie Giveaway. Let me tell you about that one first. So I have gone into my Cutie vault and I have found some cuties that I have duplicates of, and they're different colors. I have like 4 or 5, and that was just my cursory look. And so I thought, how can I give these away for something fun that would also encourage people to do something that I'm working on. So since it is my 3-year anniversary of doing video, I decided what better place to sort of focus on than TikTok, since it's fairly new, but it's all video. And I remember when I first got started, I was like so nervous, and I was just, there were other people doing video in the space, and I didn't know if I would be replicating them and all of that stuff. So I wanted to, bottom line, what happened was I just said, one of my girlfriends said, jump in. Just jump in and you'll get better as you go along. So that's what I did. I just jumped in 3 years ago. And now here we are today with a wonderful following of great people, so helpful and creative and inspiring, that a part of Cricut Chat with me, Miss Rita. So I wanted to encourage people to look outside of just Facebook or YouTube, and to TikTok, although eh, some of it is kind of crazy. You can find a lot of really good information on there, and the cool thing is it's really short. So you're only going to invest like 15 seconds, 30 seconds maybe into watching something. And sometimes with me, what I've been doing is I've just been posting like what's coming up the next day. So I want to get people to subscribe to my YouTube like followers. And so I figured the first giveaway for the cutie is going to be for following on TikTok. Now, I will post a link in the description of this video. I'm also going to post it again on YouTube. I'm sorry, on TikTok. So it's going to be quick. I'm going to pick the winner on Monday, which is Valentine's Day. And I thought that was appropriate to start with the raspberry because pink, Valentine's Day. So if you want to win a raspberry cutie, go on over to TikTok and start following me. I don't think you have to create like you might have to like put in a few things like your name. You can put in a fake name, of course. And I'm at Miss Rita to the rescue. And let's see. So that's going to be the first one. Then we'll do another one for maybe Instagram, and then we'll do another one for likes on Facebook. And so we'll just kind of keep it moving. You guys can keep hopping over to different places and having a look and putting your name in. And I just think that would be fun. So if you don't do TikTok and you don't want to try it, that's okay. We'll have another giveaway soon for the cuties. We also have our regular monthly giveaways. This month, we're giving away 5 Cricut Bright Pad Go machines, tablets. I don't know what to really call them, but they're Cricut Bright Pad Go, which means that they are the kind that you can charge, and the charge lasts a really long time. The Bright Pads are great for things like doing detail work, such as weeding, or if you like to draw, or if sometimes you just need a little bit of light on your subject. That's what I use mine for most of the time. And so we're giving those away. They retail for $99, and we're going to be giving them away this month. Again, we did the same thing in January. So people said they wanted to still have chances to win that. So purchase is ever necessary with any of my giveaways, and all you need to do is for the Bright Pad, you just need to follow me or subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is called Cricut Chat with Miss Rita. But you find it, I'll put a link in the description. But once you've done that, come back every day and put your name in. And all you have to do to put your name in every day is you just need to like, comment, or share any one of my videos. Now I have hundreds of videos. They are just kind of raw live videos with very little editing. And so there's all kinds of little mistakes and things have changed and all of that. But I find that people do like to look at older videos to learn things. And so that's why we offer those replays. I'm trying to reach a goal with my YouTube. I'm trying to hit 20,000 subscribers. I am at like 18,700 people. My goal is to hit that goal by my birthday, which is in April. So I'm hoping that I can get there in time, and then we'll have a celebration. We'll do a celebration when we hit the 20,000 because it's been a goal that I've been trying to reach for quite a while. So thank you for helping me make that happen because I know that you are. Okay. The other thing I want to mention is that this Saturday is our monthly Zoom call. So if you are interested in participating in the Zoom call, what happens is basically it's free. Don't have to doesn't require any payment or anything like that. It's just a get together of all the Cricut chatters, and we just talk about things like making, and we talk about how things are going in their community, because this is a community concept, and we've all become very good friends over the course of the last year or two. So we it's been a fun journey. I've met so many people, and I just really enjoy their company. So we have this monthly Zoom call, which you can join if you're interested. I will be posting the what I normally do and what I did last time, so that it was useful to you. If you didn't want to or you couldn't jump on the call, you can watch it live on. Let's see. I think I did it on YouTube last time, live on YouTube. So it's a Zoom call that I can stream onto YouTube, and that is on Saturday, which is at 7 o'clock. So just bring yourself, and it just come and chat and see people's faces, and put a face to the name that you might be chatting with them over the Cricut chat. It's just a great way to, I don't know, spread kindness. It's fun. So that is Saturday. All right. And I am still working on the rest of the week, but tomorrow we are doing a really cute Polaroid sunshine card. I'll show that to you. This is it. This is also a Rita original. It says "Hello Sunshine," and then I put "You light up my life." So it's not technically a Valentine. I'm starting to think outside of the Valentines, and also think of other upcoming events, which include St. Patrick's Day, and Easter, and spring, and all the spring holiday type, not holiday, but occasions that happen, such as baby showers, and let's see what else is there. Father's Day, Mother's Day. So we're heading into that time when we all need some ideas that are fresh and are interesting for our card making. But plus, we also want to just kind of make cards that we can keep in our card box and send out when they are available. Okay. Um, Yes. So, and I will. Oh, hey, the one other thing is, I found out through my friend Carol Prevost from Carol's Cricut Craft, how to share. Even though there's something wrong, there is something really wrong with the way that the sharing is happening. But I figured a workaround, so I am going to be able to share my projects, hopefully, even though it hasn't been fixed. So I'm going to go back and try to make that change so you guys can get projects that you are looking for from even way back before Christmas. Okay. So that's it. So let's get started. And whoa, sorry. One more thing. I have picked the first winner of our Cricut Bright Pad Go, and I will announce who that is about halfway through. Okay. So stay tuned so you can see if you are one of the winners. All right. So this is a llama card. I got to tell you, I love this little llama, and I'm going to show you where I got it. I'm going to save this because I am going to share this with you. So here's what I did. I started new, and I do this all the time. I don't know. I go to images. I don't know if you guys do this, but I go to images and I just kind of scroll and look at the images. And yeah, you can just kind of go like this thing here. I guess it's axolotl is that is the name of this creature. I never heard of an axolotl. So I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. So I find that there are tons and tons of wonderful images that keep getting added to this search engine, and it can get a little overwhelming. And let's see, it just keeps growing, 277,000 images. But a lot of times people don't understand or appreciate that every image that's listed is put into a category, like a grouping. It's called an image set, and you can find out where they come from. For instance, this one here, I love: dream, lead, fight, think, write, build, speak, educate, believe, challenge. I love it. And I'm thinking, oh, maybe there are even more like that. So I'm going to click on these triple dots right here. And when I do that, there's a green hyperlink right here. First, also, this is the name of it. And then this is the image number. So if you're ever looking for something and somebody shares an image number with you, that's what that is. But also, in addition to having a unique image number, they go into a set. And then I'm going to just click on this view image sets. And it's part of this Black History Month t-shirt image set. Pretty cool. And maybe we should do Black History. Yeah, we should do that, huh? I bet my son would love a shirt like this. I think that would be cool. Or maybe a flag. I don't know. Anyway, so this is a way that you can look at image sets. You could also go up here to the top left where it says all images, and you can choose from any one of these categories. And we've done different categories here, including occasions, themes, trending, people, and these are all shapes. They change this out sometimes. And then here's highlighted. So under highlighted are the image sets. So we can click on that. This takes all of those images and squeezes them down into groups. And there are my axolotls. I gotta look this up. I have no idea what an axolotl is. But they are all grouped together by some sort of theme or by a designer. Now, one of those designers is called Rob and Bob Studios, one of my favorites. So I'm going to look for all of the Rob and Bob stuff by just typing in Rob. I don't have to get real fancy. Just type Rob, and it brings up anything with the name Rob and Bob in the search engine. So you see here, these are all Rob and Bob. Now, I want to check and see if you guys there are some brand new images. Yeah, no, they're not on there yet. There are some brand new images that if you purchased them back in December, there's some great images on there, but right now they're not available unless you purchase them. I happen to purchase them. But other than that, all of the Rob and Bob image sets are part of Cricut Access. Remember, Design Space and Cricut Access are two separate things. Design Space is the software that you can use to design whatever your project is. Access is a subscription, so therefore it costs money, right? It's a subscription based program that you pay for, and in addition to tons and tons of images and projects. You also get additional discounts and what have you. I have been an Access subscriber for a very long time. I love it because they're always adding images, but you don't have to be that. So when I tell you, like, I'm going to give you this file, it's usually a file that has Access images. So if you're already an Access subscriber, you won't have to pay for it. If you're not, you might have to pay a small amount in order to do it. So it's free in the sense that I'm giving it to you, but if you're not already an Access customer, you might have to pay for it. Okay, so we're going to go to this one, which is called The Best of Rob and Bob. It's one of my favorites, and it's pretty big. There's images for just about every occasion here, including the winter holidays and what have you. And then you'll see here right next to the Yeti that we've done before, we have a llama. So we're going to click on that and let's bring it into our canvas. And we're going to kind of dissect it and recreate something here. Okay, so what you can see here, I'm going to ungroup it. Let's move this out of the way. So what you can see here is this is actually the base of the card, and you can do this to from. But to be honest, I didn't really like this setup. Um, so I kind of like started playing around here. So, right, this is supposed to go behind it and it becomes sort of like a tent, but I really wanted to have something in the front of the card. So I'm just going to move my little llama here. So I thought a small card doesn't have to be a big old card like we always do A7s, which are 5 by 7 inch cards. How about a square card? A square card would be fun. So let's go on over to shapes. Oh, I agree. We need white pens. Whoever's saying that. If you use a free image and save it, will you always have it? If it's a free image, yes. If you purchased it and save it, you can reuse it. If you are an Access customer, when you save it, but then you're not when you go back to it, you will have to pay for it. Does that make sense? Okay, so shapes are right here. I think I would like a nice soft edge. So I'm going to choose the square with a rounded corner. This is what I'm choosing. I think that's going to look real nice as the background for my card. It comes in at 2 inches, but most cards that are, let's see, that are square, this is square, even though it's rounded, are about 5 inches. Okay. So I think that is going to look kind of cool. So I change it to 5 inches and I'm going to look at, let's see what color. I like this kind of a green. It's a soft green. So let's do that. Now we need to see how this is going to look, but see here, my llama is behind the square. So this is simple. All we need to do is come up here to arrange and we're going to send it back. So think of your desk, your design space as like a desktop that has all these different like projects on it. And this is just a way to rearrange them. Okay. That's called arrange. All right. So here we go. And if we do this, look, my llama is going to still have the head over the card, which I suppose would look okay, but I don't really want that. So I'm going to ungroup my llama and I'm going to start kind of squishing it down so that it fits within this um it fits within this. Now, you got to be careful here because you could make a really stretched out looking image when you unlock. So you have to really do things that are like, you just don't want to do this or this. You have to be proportionate when you do the unlock, or else that's the way it will end up being. So I want to keep it so that the ears and the feet are firmly planted onto the card. Okay. which I have done, that makes my llama about 4 inches wide by 5 inches high, about. Um, so then I'm thinking, I think this card needs a little bit more visual interest. So, well, this is just like a llama floating in a sea of green. So let's go ahead and go to shapes again. And we're going to choose another square with the rounded corner, but then we're going to go back and also choose a square with the flat corner. If it shows up, there it is. Okay, so I'm thinking what I would like to do is I would like to put half, like cut this in half so that the bottom half of the card would be like the background of where the llama's standing, and then the foreground, right? That's the background, not the foreground. The background would be that green, would be kind of like the the uh the sky. Okay, so how do I get that and still maintain the rounded corners? Super easy. Now I am just resizing these. This is the front of my card. Don't want to play around with that. This is going to be what we're going to use. We want half of this. So we take a square, and actually it kind of doesn't matter that the square is the same size, but what you want to do is you kind of want to eyeball it and decide, what's a halfway point? It's 5. So we want to do about 2.5 inches. So we can look here. This is 2.5 inches. You don't have to be that specific about it, right? So then once we have those two shapes there, we're going to take and select them both. And we're going to come down here, right here, to slice. And we're going to slice them. Now, what does that achieve? It achieves the rounded edge, and we just get rid of these extra. It achieves the rounded edge, see, on the card, but a nice straight edge on the middle. So there's a little trick. And we will just change this color. I'm going to change it to kind of a pink because I'm going to use pattern paper, I think. So here's my thing. I need to move it back. Yeah, so you can move something all the way to the back, or you can move it just backwards. Okay, so now I have a really cute card. I want to put some sort of sentiment in the front. So I was thinking, there's always this play on words about llama having two L's. And so I thought, well, I can do a couple of different ones. First, I thought of this, Llama Love You Forever. And then I thought of this, My Love, with two L's. So it could be either one of these, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an in text that one of those. So let's go ahead over to text box, right? And let me type My Love with two L's. It's almost like extra love because it has two L's in there. So there it is. But it's in plain old boring Cricut Sans, which is what the default is. So see up here on font, it says Cricut Sans. So it's okay to type, and this is where you type in, and this is your output. Okay, so once you hit text, you get this little box. Once you start typing, it's going to display it here, and it's going to display whatever is displayed up here in fonts. Okay, so I don't like Cricut. I mean, I don't hate it, but I don't really love it. So let me just use the drop down box and check out some of the many uh, fonts that are available through Cricut, through Access. And I'm really in love right now with some of these that start off as DTC. There's a whole bunch of them, and I think I might like this one, DTC Spring Break. It just kind of looks llama-y. I don't know. So I'm going to choose that and watch how it changes. So now it's changed, and I think, that's really cool. So I think I want that. What I want to also do, and I think I'm going to put a little carriage return. I'm going to align this. So I'm up here doing center, but it's kind of like it's taken up too much space. So I'm going to make it a little bit smaller and maybe sort of like this. But in my opinion, there's too much space between my and love. So if I want to play around with that spacing, let's just move this over here so you can see what I'm doing. Um, you can then go to advanced right here, advanced. When you do advanced, you have two choices: ungroup to letters, ungroup to lines. I'm going to ungroup to lines, and now my is free from my love, and I can do whatever I want to do with them. So let's go back here and take this, and here's love and my, and I don't know, let's do it like this. One thing you have to remember is if you start playing with the size of one of the lines, it's not going to change the other line. So if I wanted to make the my bigger or smaller, it will not affect this line, because we've already ungrouped it. Okay. If you want to go back to it being grouped, just use the back button. The back button is right here, and it erases all of your mistakes. I love the back button. So here you go. I think this looks pretty cool. Like this, my love. Now, what about, and what I'm going to do is I am going to move these little pieces. All right, all right. And I'm going to select this, and instead I'm going to weld it. I'm going to weld it together, because when I go to, did it weld? Yeah. When I go to cut this out, I want it to look just like that, and it's going to be easier to cut out. So we have our llama, we have the foreground, we have the background, we have the sentiment on the front. What are we missing? The card itself. So what we need to do is, I kind of like love you lots, or I like you a lot. No, this is love. So let's go ahead and erase these pieces. We don't need them. Let's detach this. And so we don't need these pieces either. Go away. And then you'll see I have this to and this from. You can do contour here. It's a little hard to do contour on writing, on like drawn images, but it is possible. You have to kind of just kind of look and see where those pieces are. So let's see if this is one. Nope, this is part of an L. We don't want from the love you lots, but maybe, yep, this works. This works from, all right, so I'm finding these pieces. Is this the O? Yes. And there might be others here. We need to find where this F is from. We can, at this point, if we wanted to, increase like this, and click on it. Or a very easy way to get rid of something you just don't want that's in writing. Oh my God. Okay. Hey, hello. A very easy way is to click on the image, right? And go back to our shapes. Hello. Hey, hello. Stop, please. Yes, it's another dog. There are other dogs in the world. Go back to shapes, pull a square, and I want to get rid of this top part, see? And I'm just going to go and slice it out. That's another easy way to do it. It's up to you how you want to do it. And sadly, it seems to have messed up my thing. So I'm going to go back to all of my here. Love you lots. Gonna take my shape. Gonna just put my shape over here like this, and then I'm going to slice. All right, and I do not know why my sentiment is gone, but it's gone, and I don't know why. So that didn't work. So let's hit the back button and let's make our own sentiment. So that's how it should work, but it's not working. So screw that. Let's make our own sentiment. Okay, so let's do on the inside, Llama Love You Forever. Okay, so let's go ahead back to the text box and we'll do uh LLAMA, love you forever. All right. So that's going to be on the inside of our card. And we can, if we wanted to, see what the writing is looking like. And by doing that, you just choose under style. But I don't like that bubble letter look. So what I'm going to do is change it back to the regular. And I'm going to resize it so it's going to be cut out from vinyl. But now we still need the card. So let's go back to shapes again. I love shapes. And we're going to choose, again, we're going to choose this rounded square. We're going to make it the exact same size as this one, which is 5. Okay. So we'll just change it up here under size right there, 5. And because it's not unlocked, it will change the width and the height. Okay. So we also need 2 of these because, right, it's a card. So let's just come up here to duplicate. And here we go. So let's just move this over so we can be focused on the card bit. So now we have 2 bits of cards, and I think opening at the top would be kind of fun, but you could also do it on the side. It's up to you what you want to do. But what you want to do is you want to bring your 2 squares, the 5-inch squares, okay? You want to bring them close together, just beyond touching, okay? So this takes a little bit of skill that you'll learn, but you want it to be not just side by side, but just beyond touching, okay? Because you want them to be welded. So once you do that, you're going to select both of these and hit slice. Now you'll know you did it. Not slice. I didn't do slice. Sorry. Wrong. So select both of these and type weld. Weld is over here. Sorry, guys. Scratch that. Erase it. Go back. Okay. So see what I did? I welded both of them together. They both have that nice circular, and then here also that rounded corner. And we have a lovely card. We do want to check and make sure that it's sized, still sized correctly, because we did do a little bit of changing around there. So let's go ahead and make sure that the height is 10 inches. Okay. And the width, we will have to unlock. We'll unlock and make it exactly 5 inches. All right. Now all we need is a score line. So let's go ahead and go back to shapes, choose that score line. And here it comes out. I'm going to change this to white, just like that. All right, so here's my score line. I do need to rotate it a little bit. So I rotate it like this. And then I'm going to bring it up to the corners of where it's indicating where I want that score line, like that. Now, normally I would tell you to go ahead and and do a line or a range there, but it's really not that necessary because you know exactly where you want these to be. Okay, you want the score line. So we're going to, now that we have the score line, we have to attach it. So let's grab both of them and hit attach down here. Okay, so here's my actual base of my card, and then I'm going to take what I want to put on the inside to here. Llama, love you forever. I just really think that's cute, and I want to just kind of make it so that it's going to fit there. All right, now we have a card. We have a completed card that we can go ahead and cut out and put together. I'm going to show you how I put this together. And also, just before I show you how I put this together, I just want to show you a couple of things about doing this on mats. So in this case, there's white from the llama and white for the card, okay? And I kind of don't want to do that because I tend to make things in twos or fours, like even numbers, okay? So what I'm going to do is cancel out of here, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to change the color of my card because I want the card to be on a separate mat always. Okay, so I'm just going to choose some funky color. Let's choose this yellow. Okay, and that's just so that it would be on the other color. It's a color that's not being used anywhere else. Okay, so when we hit make it, and I always change my project copies to 2 or more, and you'll see, so this mat is our llama. This mat is our vinyl that says my love and llama love you forever. These are the envelopes. Now I don't really want to make envelopes because actually I didn't uh size this correctly, so I forgot to get rid of it. So I'm just going to hit the triple dot, and I'm going to choose hide selected. Okay, then I up here, I'm just going to move these little pieces that are going to be cut out of gold foil. So pretty. All right, and let's have a look at the next mat. Okay, an envelope that we don't want, so we're going to hide it, and let's look at the next mat. Oops, these pieces could go on the other one, so I'm going to choose the triple dots, and I'm going to choose move object, and I'm going to put it here. See that? Now I do need to rearrange. When you move an object, you do need to rearrange because for some reason it just comes up at the top when you move it. So you do need to kind of make sure all your pieces are separated so they're not going to be touching. So here you go. I got all my gold pieces, and I have them all up in the top left hand corner because my gold foil is 8.5 by 11-inch paper. Here's my 2 cards, and I'm going to use 12 by 12-inch paper for this, and I'm going to get 2 card bases out of it. Here's my background. I don't know what's going on with this dog. Can you stop, Teddy Bear? We don't need to hear from you. Please stop. They do this like every single day. It's like you'd think they'd learn. And he's looking at me like, I've saved you from countless problems with package deliverers and all of these other dogs that could have attacked you. I know he means well. But anyway, all right, so we're going to go down and look at all of these mats, and here we go. Now, here's another one. I have these 2 background, and I think I told you that I wanted it to be in pattern. So I'm just going to click on the triple dot, and I'm going to move object, but instead of putting it on one of the existing mats, I'm going to choose a new one, and I will choose a different color like that. Okay. And I don't know if all of this is interesting to you, but for me, it took me a while to kind of figure all of this out. So I thought it would be helpful to you. So if it's not, let me know and I can change things up. Okay, so there now are my two like foreground pieces. They're on their own mat. Now, what happens to these two mats that I took everything off of? Easy peasy. Once you hit continue, they disappear. So instead of having 10 mats, I am going to have 8. I should have 8. And did it? Did it? Yeah. But you know what's kind of, I'm sorry, I must have had 12 before. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I must have had 12 because you'll notice that this is all by itself. And then we just cut it out. I wanted to point out something. I don't think, I don't know what's going on with this, but they changed Design Space so that you have to choose your base material every time, which is kind of the same way as the Maker 3 and the, um, let's see, the Maker 3, Explore 3, and also um, the Joy, right? But they didn't give us the option. They didn't give us the option of saving the settings, which I really don't like. So I've expressed my um I've expressed my disinterest in that. Anyway, so once you get here, right now, you need to choose your material each time. And the only thing you're going to change, you're going to cut all of this out of medium cardstock. But I would suggest for these small, tiny pieces, I would choose the cardstock for intricate cuts. This might be a new thing for people, so I'm going to show you it under all materials. So it's listed in the cardstock section. It's the top one. It says cardstock for intricate cuts. This is a so useful setting that I've made it my favorite because I use it constantly for these tiny pieces. So I would suggest if you are a paper crafter that you make that a favorite as well. It takes the machine, slows it down, and instead of doing one cut, it does two. So it's really very intricate. It's very careful about cutting out those little teeny tiny pieces. Okay, so let's put this together. Whoops. These are that's my to-do list. Sorry, guys. So I have this in two different ways. This is the card, and I put a little heart here, and I thought that was cute. I also thought that next to the gold, the pink and blue looked a little bit kind of blah and flat. So I chose this, which is called Glossy Accents. You do not need it, but I did choose it so that I can sort of highlight the cheek. It's not actually not even dry yet, but highlight those colors and maybe where the cheek is. And it dries in a very glossy, hard, like almost like a, can you stop, please? Really? So it hides in this really glossy kind of almost dimensional. Okay. So, and then here you see I have the two different sayings because I originally started off with this and then I wanted to put inside this Llama Love You Forever. Okay. So that's what we're looking at. Let's put this together. So here's our base, which we're going to fold just like this. Can we not bark for the rest of the show, please? All right. So there's our base. And here are all the little pieces. I actually have two cut out here and an extra piece that I'm going to tell you about. So I want to put, this is my foreground piece. Now, the way that I showed you this, I showed you to cut out this like cut this out so that it's like this. But what it does is it made this really heavy, made the front of the card really heavy, and there was only one sheet on the back. And so the card kind of like was too top heavy in the front. So what I decided to do instead is to take that background piece like this and put it on the inside. This way the front and back have the same sort of feeling and you won't get kind of a droopy card that way. So let's take this and put it on the inside like that. Today we're going to use some double stick tape, but also some glue for those really, really small pieces. So let's do this. Okay. And just taking this double stick tape. Now, there's very expensive double stick tape on the market. There's also tape runners, but I'll tell you, I find them to be way too expensive for my blood. So I like this double stick tape. It's a 1/4 of an inch. Clearly, I got it from made in China, but it comes like 12 rolls and it lasts for super long time. I got it at Amazon and it maybe costs like $10. So now that I put that there, I'm going to just take off the top. And sometimes you have to press it really down really well. Oh my goodness, darling. She's always like complaining. I don't know what the problem is. I think she used to live in a very quiet place and that there's a lot of action that's going on. Okay, so that's the inside of our card. We'll put the sentiment on there, but this is the front of the card. Let's go ahead and double stick that, and then we'll put together our llama and place the sentiments on. So while I'm doing that, rather than having to sit here and explain everything, because this is just basically me putting it together, uh, let's talk about the giveaway. So we have I'm so glad that this happened. I picked a name that was somebody that I think exclusively watches on YouTube, like is not on Facebook. A lot of you are started off with me on Facebook, and some of you still stay there as well, and that's fine because we figured out a way to broadcast it both Facebook and YouTube. But this person, I've always known her by her handle, her name that she calls herself on YouTube, and never knew her first name. Now I do, and it is Joe, but she's also the origami girl. You might have seen her comments around. So, Joe, origami girl, at I don't know if it's like Yahoo or Yahoo or Gmail, whatever. You are the winner of the first Cricut Bright Pad. Joe, also known as Origami Girl. Okay, you're the winner. And what you need to do, Joe, is you need to send me an email. My email address for all of you to know is missrita@gmail. You can send me emails about anything, but I would appreciate it when you have won something that you send me an email, even if you won before, that you send me an email with your full name and your address. And if you wouldn't mind, this is a change, your phone number. The reason why we're doing it different with the phone number is I'm never ever going to call you. But when I now process the order, like at Cricut, I need for the phone number to be there for the shipping provider, because right now when I, like for instance, the orders that we processed for this last month, January, I had to put my phone number on there, and it just doesn't help. So if, for instance, the shipping, say you live in Boise, Idaho, like our friend Kathy, and the shipping provider doesn't know where you are, um, they can call you. That's all that's for. Okay. So my friend Joe, Origami Girl, please send me an email, misread it to the rescue at gmail.com. Okay. And don't, if you're not Origami Girl and you haven't won anything yet, please don't fret because there's a lot of giveaways. We do these giveaways every month, and I try to keep it like moving around so that people have the opportunity to win, like the one with the raspberry cutie. Like somebody said yesterday, well, I don't do TikTok, and I said, okay, that's fine, we'll be somewhere else. um, I mean, if she really wanted to win the raspberry cutie, then I don't see like a moral dilemma in being on TikTok. So I don't know why she was saying, well, I don't do TikTok, like in terms of um like, why are you doing TikTok? I don't know. Now I'm getting off base. All right. So here's our llama. Isn't she cute? Or he cute? And then we're going to create this beautiful saddle. And the saddle is this gold and the pink. Now the pink overlaps in a very special way, so make sure that you have it the right side because it's going to cover every other blue piece. Now, what we're going to do is I'm using a very intricate tip of glue for these pieces because you don't want to get glue everywhere, and you need something like like one of these fancy tips. If you can't get it from the glue supplier Barely Art, which is where I usually get it, or you can't get whatever, you can buy your glue and put it in this bottle with this kind of a tip. I bought these at Amazon. They're known as quilling, Quilling, quilling uh, tips, or quilling glue bottles, or and they come empty and you just load it up with glue. So I find having this precise tip very useful for this kind of a project. So here's the first piece. And what I find that's so awesome about this is that um, the llamas, which I think are from Peru, really look like this. It's so cute. They have um, these beautiful, colorful, very colorful uh, saddles, or even just like backpack things like they carry, and then around their neck. It's just they're very, very colorful. And I learned the difference between an alpaca and a llama. Alpaca is a very, very small animal, and llama is like 2 or 3 times the size of an alpaca. Plus, I think the alpaca is much more gentle. So there is the saddle. Now we're going to do these pieces right here. See that? And it's the same type of thing. We're going to need one of each color that is a full piece. So there's the blue, the gold, and the pink. And then we need the one that's half right there, half and half and half. Okay, just like that. So we need one of each colors, and there's 3 colors. So the first one, the top one, I suppose it doesn't matter if it's the top one or not, but is this gold one, and we're going to place it like this. Very small. This is why we're using the precision tip. Okay, and this is not the precision tip. This is. So just a tiny, that's almost too much glue. All right. And then we're going to place it down. Now, if you have a hard time with these very tiny, tiny things, like if you just have big clumsy fingers, I do too. So I use something like this. This is called a quick stick. And what it does is it helps you with positioning things. It has like a little on the end, it has like a little stickiness to it, and it makes picking up these little pieces easier. You can also do this if you don't have one of these. You can also do this with a weeding device. However, it might leave a little hole there. Okay. So this is stuff that just how to sort of perfect your technique. But I'm sure the way you do it is very nice and looks great. By the way, I love it when you share the projects that we've done, and I'm making an effort this year of sharing them again on my page on Facebook. So if you are particularly proud of something that you did, then um, please share it, because here it is, this one here we need, and maybe we'll be able to share it, or I'll be able to share it onto my regular Facebook page. I just think that's grand. Also, if you are a winner and you get your prize, and you want to have somebody take a picture of you, like my friends Dawn Little and Kathy from Idaho did, I will I will post those on my page as well, because they're so happy. They're so happy. All right. So now we've got these three pretty, I don't know what they are, bridles or something. And we're going to place them here. And we're going to just keep talking over my loud, obnoxious dog. And I apologize. I don't know what they're barking at this time. Okay, so we're just going to dot the glue here and place these here. So you see, we can't really use tape on this project, this part of the project anyway. So we're using multiple. All right. There we go. So there is our beautiful llama. Again, if you wanted to, you can use this Glossy Accents, and you can just dot this on here, just like this. You can do this before or after we place it on the card, but I'm just going to do it here because I just want to show you how I did it. And I also gave the little cheek a little bit of glossy accent. It's not necessary to put it on the gold part, but I think it looks cute. And again, if you have it, use it. If you don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world. All right, so let's put our llama over here, and let's have a look at these cutouts that I did. And I just used regular premium vinyl in black glossy from Cricut. And you'll see here, I don't know if you can see it, but when I start removing, it has both My Love, it says My Love, and Llama Love You Forever. I probably should have put an extra L on this love, right? Kind of keep in theme. But I didn't think of it. Whoops, what did I do? All right, take this out of the way and put my little A back. All right. And just weeding the rest of this. Mama, love you forever. What do I keep doing that for, Rita? You're not paying attention. All right, here we go. You know why? I'm thinking about the alpaca thing and the llama thing, because over at our we have two farms in Peabody. That's where I live. And one of them has all of these animals, like a petting zoo, but not really a petting zoo. And they always had, I thought they were llamas, but now that I know the distinction, I'm thinking that they might be alpacas. And I'm going to ask my friend Kim, who runs a place, if what they are. Or I could just go down there and have a look, because I haven't been down there. But they're closed until the spring. That's Brooksby Farm, everyone. So in case you ever come to Peabody, Brooksby Farm is our one of two farms that we have here in Peabody. Very proud of them. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm putting transfer tape on this, and I did notice that my transfer tape didn't go all the way to the top, so I just took a little sliver from the side and put it up there, because that's what you do. All right, so here we have these two different pieces. My Love, which we're going to put here, right? And then Mama Love You Forever. So before we go ahead and take them off of the transfer tape, we do need to burnish them with something like this. I'm talking a lot today. I do apologize. I'm sure I'll hear about it. I'm very chatty today. Apologize for going over a little bit. Okay. So let's put that here. And remember, we're not going to press that transfer tape all the way down, because we don't want to lift any of the paper when we remove it. So there's that. And on the front, I'm going to take my Love one, also burnish. I feel like spring is coming today. I don't know why, but I would very much like that. Been thinking about being outside a lot. I mean, I'd love to be home, but I have to get some fresh air once in a while, you know? Take the dogs down to the dog park or something. Okay, so that's done. And then we're going to take our llama. I don't think he needs to have little glue, what do you call it? Glue dots on there. But if we want, we can put a little bit of a glue dot for the heart that I put on there. Yeah. Now the heart, by the way, is from some other project. I just had it laying around. So there's an opportunity for you to use up some like little pieces. Yeah, my hearts are laying around. All right. Let's put her down. Don't touch your little things there, because they're still not dried. And here's another heart that was actually cut out from there. So to make that look kind of popping out, I did take these little pop dots and I put two of them, because these ones are really thin. Don't know what's going on with that. I put them on top of each other like this. Take off the top one. And where's my heart? Why did it not stick? Come on, stick. There we go. I don't want the heart, All right. Is it showing through? Yeah. Don't want that. I don't like it to show through. It's like it's a jumping bean or something. It keeps jumping all over the place. Don't jump all over the place. All right, here we go. It really doesn't take that long to put this card together. I'm just having difficulties. Oh well. All right. So this is just a little extra thing. But there's our card done. My love. Llama love you forever. Isn't that cute? It's a really cute rework of that card that a lot of us have done before with the Valentines from Rob and Bob. So I hope that you have enjoyed it. I'm sorry to run a little bit long. I just want to tell you tomorrow, this is going to be the project. This is one of my own little original creations. I was thinking about my dad. He worked for Polaroid for many decades, and I thought, wouldn't it be fun? I was thinking about the sunshine, and I thought that would be kind of fun. And then I paired it with this star, like this burst. And so I'm going to show you how to put this together for tomorrow. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. And we will see you again tomorrow, God willing, that we see you again tomorrow for another edition of, you're welcome, or another edition of Cricut Chat. And I'm excited for this card tomorrow. Okay, I'm just reading a little bit of, because if I go off, I want to just kind of catch up. So thanks, everybody. And I appreciate that, Babs. What size is tomorrow card? It's actually the same size. And I'm going to talk about an envelope for it. So if you want to make both of these, it would be using the same envelope, okay? Which is a 5-inch square card. Now, square cards, you might need to add extra postage if you mail them, just so that you know. All right, everyone. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye. I'm going to share it, Dawn. I think I figured a workaround with the sharing bit. Okay. It's so lovely to spend time with you too. All right, everybody. You have a lovely day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Maybe it'll be sunshiny tomorrow, or as I said, we bring our own sunshine, right? All right, everybody. Take care and have a wonderful day.